Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Parshvika, the channel where we talk a lot about sustainability, eco-friendly, zero waste. It's also talking about the nature lover, animal lover. So in today's video, I'm gonna share some of the sustainability hacks that I practically do in my life, and these are related to, more specifically related to my workspace, my business, working with my artwork, my clay stuff. So I'm going to be sharing some of the hacks with you. Hopefully it will going to help you if you're looking forward to one. Let's get straight with that. But from Gopal, consider clicking like button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such video in future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, I have an entire PDF download that will going to help you become more sustainable, have zero waste lifestyle, or the eco-friendly. The link is in description box below. It's entirely based on my experience and knowledge of becoming more sustainable, becoming more zero waste, becoming more eco-friendly. The links are in description box below. Without further ado, let's talk about the first hack that I practically do most of the time is to utilize the leftover clay or the art pieces that I have for myself. Now, personally, I'm a multimedia artist. I work with the watercolors, the graphite, charcoal. I also work with the different types of the clay. Now, since I'm more eco-friendly, so I don't use the polymer clay because it's contained the plastic. So I technically uses the natural clays, the earthenware, stoneware clays, and the air-dry clays that are made from the natural substances and are more eco-friendly and not at all containing the stuffs that is not recommended. Okay, now personally, pottery could be a not eco-friendly stuff. I have already made a video talking about that. I'm gonna leave that video in the comment section above. If you're really interested in that, make sure to check it out. But pottery can be not eco-friendly and can be eco-friendly depending on what methods you're using, what kind of materials you're using. So technically, I do have all the leftover clays when I'm making clay pieces. I have a leftover clays. I have a different colors of the clay. So I mix all the clays together and I create a mixture, and that mixture I use for creating my clay stuffs, my clay pieces, my pottery stuff. So that's the number one thing I do most of the time. So that's the thing. The second hack that I have for you is utilizing, which I particularly do, utilizing the recycled paper. Now, for using my clay pieces, I do need a mat. Now, some people do use a ceramic tile, some use a polythene, or some use a wooden surface or a glass surface. Again, it depends on which surface you use for keeping as a mat for your work pieces if you're an artist or a potter like me. And if you are a normal person working in your business, a 9-to-5 job, try to use more cardboard pieces, which I do. I use most of the time the cardboard pieces instead of the fresh piece of paper. Let's talk about the third thing that I practically do most of the time. This thing I do in my personal life, it's not related to business or the clay stuff. I reuse the old clothes. Like the clothes that I'm wearing for the outside parties and all that. Once I wear them and I see that either they are torn off and I can't stitch them, or either they are too loose or too tight for me, doesn't fit me well, either I try to give it to someone who can use them in a good condition. If it is entirely in a good condition and it's too loose or too tight for me, I give it to someone who can probably use that, maybe a relative or maybe a someone else. If not, then I technically convert that piece of the cloth into old cloth or into a rough cloth, which I use for my cleaning purposes in my homes, for my clay stuffs, for my art pieces. Like, we do need to clean the stuff, right? Some people use the vacuum cleaners. We do use the vacuum cleaners, but at times you also need a soft piece of the cloth that you can use to wipe off the surface, wipe up the clay surface, or giving a texture to your clay, whatever it is. I try to use these old clothes. Another thing I do most of the time, I think this hack I started doing quite a few months back only when I was becoming more eco-friendly, sustainable. Whenever I'm purchasing something, whether it's related to my business, to my personal life, to any food item or any cosmetics or any kind of item, I try to read the product description. What does it actually contain? Is it an eco-friendly, environment-friendly, or does it contain the chemicals or animal resources? What exactly it is? Like, one example I can tell you, I rarely purchase the nail paints nowadays. I used to purchase a lot when I was a teenager, when I had like in the puberty, I feel like I want to paint my nails all the time. So I used to do that a lot, many times. But now I rarely do that. But still, I was looking for fresh new nail paint colors in my wardrobe because I don't have new ones. So I was looking at the different nail paint companies in the online space, and I was purely looking at the vegan natural nail paint. That was just one example, guys. So probably when you are purchasing something, try to read the product description, the ingredients, what are the methods involved, the process. Whether it's eco-friendly, whether it's not, if you are in confusion, maybe ask that company, call the customer care. And if you don't get any reply from them, then switch other company or find some other alternative or other product. I think that this really creates the awareness among us to become more eco-friendly, more sustainable. Of course, it takes a little bit more time when we are purchasing something. I could tell you 15 to 20 minutes will going to take you more time, but in the long haul, it's a great decision. The thing I do most often is reducing the plastic in my day-to-day schedule as much as I can. Like I opt for the phone covers that are silicone, that is eco-friendly. I opted from the natural clays, the natural colors, the paper which are less harming the environment, the cardboard papers, the cardboard pieces, recycled stuff. So I try to use the stuffs that are contain less plastic and more of the eco-friendly stuffs or eco-friendly raw materials, because obviously you know very well that plastic is not at all eco-friendly. Of course, nowadays people are working on the different technologies and researching on how to use this plastic and converting into something good, maybe a recycling or reusing. But again, it's not really a biodegradable, it's just left in the environment like that only. So we really need to look for the alternatives for the plastic. We can replace the plastic, and that's my main focus right now, to replace the plastic as much as I can from my day-to-day schedule and not to purchase any more new plastics that I need for my personal use or for any kitchen or anything like that. The hack that I technically do most of the time is related to my hairs. Now I do have the curly hairs. It's not really a silky straight hairs. Initially, I don't used to like the hairs the way it looks naturally. Like I do need to apply a lot of the chemicals on that, conditioner and all that kind of stuff to make it look beautiful, shiny and soft. But then I realized that I was having a huge hair loss, huge hair problem. I was switching the cosmetic products from one company to the another, in turn paying a lot of the money but not getting the results which I want. So then I looked for the different people, and I noticed that many people in this world has a curly frizzy hairs, and it's okay to have that kind of hair. It's okay to have kind of stuff. Okay, there is nothing wrong with having that kind of stuff, except myself more, instead of using the artificial chemicals or machinery to make my hair look more artificial and soft and beautiful and all that, romanticizing and fantasizing my hairs look like that. Instead, I've tried to look into my natural hairs and accept the way I am, and I feel like right now it's looking pretty fine for me. Again, it depends from person to person. It's depend on individual choice. If you're working in a company or you have a certain kind of a job or a business where you need to look beautiful, you need to look your hairs look beautiful, then probably you have to go for it. But for me, it's a choice. It's an option. I don't need to look that beautiful my hairs, because I'm not in that industry. Of course, we do like our hairs a lot, but I think accepting my natural hair is a lot more beneficial going with the chemicals. And then I am switching on to the products that are very, very less chemical based and completely eco-friendly as much as I can. So that was a personal hack I did for myself. Obviously, it depends from person to person. Last hack that I switch is switching to more natural skincare products. Now I know that there is a lot of the different kinds of the skincare products available in the market right nowadays, and when you are looking forward purchasing one, you would be confused which one to purchase, which one is best for me, and which one should I go for, and you would be like, there is a lot to go for. And buying one would be a great hacky to read the ingredients, what does it really contain. So I technically switched to completely a natural one, following the stuffs that are entirely natural, like using the aloe vera for my skin, or using some kind of like a natural face pack made from the leaves which I can apply on my face. I rarely do that, but when I want to do that, I try to switch more natural skincare products rather than the cosmetics which contain the chemical. This is again my personally. It depends from person to person. It varies from person to person. Some person do like a lot of the skincare products and they want to apply a lot. So if you are that kind of person, then it would be different for you. But for me, technically, I like more of the enjoying the natural stuff, because my skin is way more sensitive. And if I'm applying to a lot of the chemicals, then I may get the rashes, the pimples, or irritation or redness. So I try to switch to the more natural. It feels more better, more eco-friendly, more sustainable, and also saving a lot of the money. Hopefully these hacks will going to help you. Let me know your sustainability or eco-friendly hacks that you're following in day-to-day schedule in the comment section below. It would be helpful for me as well, and for other people who are gonna read your comments. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'll gonna see you in the next video with an amazing new content. Till then, take care. Bye guys.